the members will go and accent that with their bodies to follow his arm. God damn! We're breaking down another dance practice today. This time it's going to be the TXTs. I'll see you there tomorrow. This dance is very upbeat, very footwork heavy, very bouncy. It's very different from Deja Vu, actually. So you'll see that in some of the sections of this dance practice, they're actually going to be housing, which is another dance style that's heavily focused on footwork. So if you guys have seen the dance practice already, you guys know what I'm referring to. So let's go and break this one down. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go, baby. I kind of like how they kept this blooper in the very beginning. Let's go. Let's go, TXT. Love that detail between all 5 of them with the head movement. So I'm gonna actually I just want to point that out. I know we just started. What I really like is that the first line will go ahead and do a different head movement than the second line, which kind of just creates a nice contrast for us right away. And they hit it in a sharp movement and slow it down at the end of that movement. Great way to fill out that section right there on the left. Love the way that they hit the hi-hats for that part when Huening is center. So what I really like is that they use this hi-hat effect, or I guess this sound, to highlight Huening while he's center. I'm just gonna go back just because I really like that part right there. And I like how they had a little bit more of a bounce to it as well. Again, great way to fill out that note in the song. So before we get to the chorus, what I really like about that section is that they actually highlight him when he's singing. And a lot of groups and dance teams will do this. Well, they have someone center and they'll all do the same choreo except the person in center. They're gonna slightly do a different variation to make it look like they're essentially controlling the rest of the formation while they're doing that choreo. And then everybody else will do something different to help highlight the person center. And while they do this, they're actually hitting the note of that song. So how they're singing it to help us visualize that note in the song. Love that. Love that. God damn. And now they pick it up here for the chorus, right? It's very bouncy. And even though it's not picture heavy, when they're hitting certain angles in certain parts with their arms and feet, they look the same. They really keep those details when they need to look synchronized. And I think this is what makes TXT stand out. I don't know how they do it, but I love how they are able to just keep the details that they all need to do when it comes from the choreographer, performance team, whoever is in charge of all that. They do a really good job of making sure that this angle needs to be here. If the arms need to be at a certain 45-degree angle, they all do it. If it's blades, right? If their hands need to be blades, or if they need to be out like this, they fucking do it. It's crazy because you'll really notice it the more and more you watch TXT. So if you are a TXT stan, you'll notice that they do that throughout all their dances, not just this one. And what I want to actually go over is that they give us this contrast. Once they get into the chorus, they pick it up for us to give us this contrast of, oh, they're finally picking up the energy, they're doing footwork, it's becoming more bouncy. And what I really like is that they still take their time with doing their formation changes, and as well as making sure that they actually hit their spots without looking like they're looking for their spots. Love that. I'm just play it again just because the chorus is fucking dope. Especially, see, this is a perfect example of the picture right here is what I'm talking about. Like, come on, bro. Even if I'm pausing frame by frame, they all somewhat look similar. It's crazy. Great picture right here where they all are extending their arms towards their respective sides. Even though that the dance itself is actually becoming more upbeat, they're not overdoing it with energy because they know that they have to pick it up even more for the upcoming part. So it's gonna be the upcoming part where it's the housing section. And what I really like in how they do this, great effect right there, by the way. What I really like how they actually do this housing section is they pick up the energy in a way where it's not throwing it in your face. They all expend the energy in certain parts of that section in a way where they do it the same. I don't know how they do this, but they're just really good at this. So when they start the housing section, right, I'm gonna go back and I'm kind of just gonna go over it little bit by little. So the spin, even the spin, the rate, the speed of the spin was exactly the same throughout all of them. Just that part in the very beginning. And I like how all 5 members have really crisp footwork. Crisp. So it's very visible, very concise. It's easy to tell how they're doing the footwork. And that's really, really important when it comes to a section like this. If it's going to be heavily focused around footwork, you're going to want the footwork to be very crisp, very, very precise. So that's easy to read for people who don't necessarily see footwork in that type of manner. One more thing I want to really point out is the effect right there. Love that. It's they're hitting that musicality in the back. Yeonjun's going to go ahead and do this pointing thing. And the way to help that move look better, the members will go and accent that with their bodies to follow his arm. God damn. They're taking their time right here, and they're gonna move on to the next section. And you see how the choreo itself is not necessarily crazy fast here? They want to keep us that, or they want to give us that bounce, upbeat, constant energy without having to throw a lot of choreo at us. And what they do is that they do a lot of in-betweens within their choreo. So I'm just going to go back before we go to this second chorus. I'm just going to go back to this part so you guys, I can kind of explain a little bit further. They're taking it slow here. And they're getting a little bit more bouncy right here a little bit. A little bit more footwork. They're giving us that constant motion, that constant energy without throwing choreo at us, right? And here's the in-betweens that I was talking about a little bit, is where they're doing this little bit footwork where they're approaching us slightly. They're approaching the camera as they do this footwork. But they have this accent. They're hitting that clap in the song with their heads and their feet as well. So they're gonna do a little bit of an accent with their head to hit it, plus their feet, so you can hear that clapping in the song. Clap, clap. Again, taking their time with it. Here we go, picking it up once again with the chorus. If you guys haven't already noticed, they're just keeping that bounciness, keeping that clean footwork, plus their pictures. Great time to breathe here, because since the choreo itself, or the entire dance practice, is kind of, you're gonna run out of breath pretty quick. I think this is a great way to have your members or have TXT breathe a little bit while performing, because they do dance a lot. Perfect time to breathe while hitting accent choreo for all the 4 of them while he's doing his solo. Great catch-up effect right here. Again, filling out the song, filling out the movement. Love that ripple effect. Ooh, hitting the hi-hats once again. Love the musicality in this dance practice, in the choreo, actually. So there's something that I noticed here in the I think right here. I'm gonna just go back right here, actually. It's gonna be a little bit after this. Okay, so it's actually in the lyrics. They're hitting the lyrics where he's saying na 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 na, and they're accenting that with their bodies, so they're kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's so just that small part, they're hitting that part of the song. Bop, bop. That's the best way I could actually just visualize it for you guys. There's the hi-hats. God damn. The details, and it's just the way that they keep everything in the way that they're supposed to without losing energy too. And now they're gonna go and kill it off with this last housing section by saying let's go. It helps. Cheering and dance practice helps, y'all. If you guys don't know, if you guys are not on a dance team, cheering each other on helps with energy. Damn, I love how they pose in the how they pose in the end. They don't even look tired. They're like, yeah, we're gonna be breathing hard, but it doesn't matter. We're not tired. All right, love this. I'm gonna just replay the. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just replay the housing section one last time, baby. Fuck you. I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna learn this dance break. You know what? They're really good at using their torsos, and as well as their core. You need a lot of core work for this type of footwork as well. Love that. TXT, they wildin'. Love that shit. God damn. TXT is just, they're just diverse dancers, diverse performers. I mean, you guys have heard their music, or if you guys are TXT stans and you guys listen to their music regularly, they're very diverse. And what I really like is that they're not afraid to kind of explore out of their zone and just really attack choreo when it's just given to them. They just learn it and they kill it. It's not like they struggle. I'm sure that they have challenges, but when they really perform, they really perform. So I love that about TXT. Yeah, if you guys like, I'll see you there tomorrow. Dude, this song is stuck in my head. I'm gonna learn that dance break. It's gonna be tough because it's all housing and shit. But yeah, if y'all are TXT stans, I'm gonna go and break more of their dance practices very soon. Don't forget to go and check out my Deja Vu covers. I've covered it like at least 3+ times. It's on my YouTube shorts, man. If you guys are just only YouTube users, it's YouTube shorts. All right, it's all there. But anyway, I'm out.